Okay, so we're nearing this end game right here, and it says that I missed a piece, which I didn't want to click on because I wanted to make sure that we catch this reaction live with you all. What was the free piece? ¿Cómo? Diablo. ¿Cómo? 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 How? I even announced it. I even said it, that the queen couldn't go there because of my pawn. And guess what? This pawn can take. And I would still have a slight chance of victory. How's it going, guys? This is Kid from the Chicago Chess Club. Welcome to the first episode of Road to 1500 ELO. Now, the reason why I wanted to put 1500 ELO is because I think that is very doable, and I think that 1500 ELO is anyone's dream. I think, especially in my ELO rating, which is, I do believe it is. I don't really see it, but I'm 750, 10-minute rapid. But I really want to get to 1500 ELOs. So in this first episode, we are going to dive into the 10-minute games. This is going to be a very long episode, so feel free to put this in the back of, in the background, things like that. If you're able to listen to the moves, you're able to listen to the moves and things like that. I will be announcing them as well. And yeah, pretty much it. So we hope that you can enjoy this video as much as I will be enjoying this game of chess. And let's begin right now. So right now, as you can see, I'm in my humble little place of where I play chess. And so we're gonna go ahead. And so right now, D4 has responded. I'm gonna respond back to D5. So I responded with the Caro-Kann defense. And so right now we're just waiting for the opponent right here, making sure that we are not missing anything. Basic standard opening. My opponent is from Mexico. So right here, my opponent decides to respond right there. Now, I do want to advance this pawn forward, right? But in order to do that, I kind of want to move my pawn on e6 first to then establish that. So that way, when I move here, I can move my knight. And so he moves his knight forward, so now I can move my knight here. Now, with a more commanding presence in the center. And so my opponent decides to move to g3, setting up this bishop. Let's see. Normally, what I would kind of want to do is, I'm gonna make sure that there is some solid defense on this pawn right here. I gotta make sure that there is. Okay. Yeah, as expected, bishop is played right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this bishop right here, just making sure that there is any chance that I can do, and perfect right there. The opponent castles right there, which is for me a very good thing, because this bishop right here will be waiting until the moment is right. Now I kind of want to break this center, right? So I'm going to break this center right here, hoping that the opponent can take. And if the opponent does not take, centralizing the rook as expected, I'm going to kindly move my knight right over here on knight e7, excuse me, knight to e7. And so my opponent now decides to take. Now the only thing for me that is not in my advantage is that, now this is under attack, and it's going to provide, I guess you can say, a little bit of a weakness in my part. But I can take back with the pawn, no reason, right? But however, that rook is going to come in, and so we are going to make an attack. We're going to make an attack right here. Let's go here, attacking this, making sure that this knight is still protecting this knight over here on c6 as well. Now, folks, we will be reviewing these games as so. And so right now, my opponent has a very, very commanding presence with this rook right here. This rook seems to be untouchable, but I will find a way to make sure that I can respond to that. So I'm responding with this right here, making sure that this square is covered. This square is covered with the queen. This is covered with this pawn. This is covered with the bishop. And so there's nothing else for the opponent to do but to move back, which he does. And so now what we're going to do now, should we still present the attack right here? But the only thing is, if I move that knight right there, there are some ideas right here with the queen. There's some ideas with development as well and things like that, but this is the check right there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just kindly move my bishop right over there, making sure that there is a way that I can castle queen side. And so my opponent decides to move to knight to g5. Very good move in my opinion. And so now we are in kind of a threat right here, because this rook is coming in very strong. Nothing that I can do right now. Seems to be a little hopeless right now, but I'm going to kindly move my queen over here. This rook is going to come in guns blazing, making sure, not even that, it could just stay there. Doesn't even need to worry about that. For the most part, I have developed all my minor pieces. My opponent's minor pieces right over here seems to be undeveloped, which I will be taking advantage of. That is a check right over there. Now, the good thing about this is that I can block with the knight, still protecting this, right? So I could do that, or let's see what else I can do. I mean, there's nothing much that I can do, I mean, besides moving here, but I still want to be able to castle queen side. So I'm just going to kindly move my knight right over here, blocking this check. That bishop is now attacking that pawn right there. So I'm just gonna castle. No problem whatsoever. Just want to castle, making sure that my king is in a very safe position. And so now we have this right here, forking the rooks right over here, which is very good in my opinion. And so now I'm in a bit of a little situation right here, but no problem whatsoever, because I want to present this threat right over here. I want to take that rook, right? The pawn will take. So I'm going to take that rook. Bishop right here, or pawn will take. No problem whatsoever. Now, it's wise for my opponent to take this right here, or it's wise to take it right there as well, because this knight is also attacking this. So this is bad for a couple of reasons, right? It's bad because the knight now has a fork, right? So now this knight can attack, if I place it right there, can attack the king and the queen. So there's nothing that my knight is undercover. There's no bishop right here to take this knight and things like that. So I'm going to kindly do that, attacking the king and the queen, and this should be game. This should be game. My opponent should be seeing the fork right there, and there should be a resignation anytime soon. Or, yep, there it goes right there. Resignation right there. So my elo currently right now is 790, 798 now. 790, I'm sorry, 790, right? It's 790 elo right now. Good first win for the channel. Good first win for the episode. Let's keep going. We're going to keep on going until we lose a game. And so right now we are playing with the white pieces right now. So I usually stick to the queen's pawn opening, making sure that I always develop that. And so a couple of options here. You can develop your knight here, right? But if you develop your knight here, you're suffocating this pawn right there. So generally, I don't like that move. I like to move this pawn here first, or I like to play queen's gambit. But for this episode and for the educational purposes, we're going to try something different. We're going to move my pawn to e3, the queen's pawn opening. Simple standard stuff. Now, it all depends on what my opponent decides to respond. And making sure that I guess you can say the audio is working, right? So my opponent decides to respond on knight to c6, attacking this, right? No problem whatsoever, because I still want to develop nice little pawn right here. c4, no problem whatsoever. Knight can go there, right? Or pawn can move here, developing the bishop right there. If I develop my knight, and if this pawn has already been developed, the bishop can go there, likely so. But lately, I've been playing this move a lot lately. But another way to counter this, right, is to move your pawn simply to a3. That way, the bishop or the knight, if it's placed there, it can be under attack. Now, I'm talking to you guys as someone who is 790 elo on the road to 1500. So if there's any other recommendations that you have for me, or any terms that I mispronounce, or you know, if I don't say anything correctly in the chess terms, please do correct me in the comments down below. Now, my opponent decides to play with g6. There's a couple of ideas here. The queen could develop here with the bishop right over there. The knight could develop and things like that. I'm going to still play very simply right here. I'm going to develop my knight my queen knight to c3. This pawn can take that pawn at any time. Yes, that bishop has been developed, and so now what I want to do now is still keep this pawn right here. Excuse me. I want to decide to castle kingside, right? So in order to do that, you got to get the bishop and the knight out the way to make a clear way for the king to castle kingside. Now, problem with this move right here is that now the knight to e7, right, is going to go here, right? There is a move that I can do here, but then this pawn can respond and things like that. So this knight is going to comfortably move over here without a doubt. And so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to just simply move my knight, develop my knight to f3. There might be a miss, there might be a mistake and things like that. We'll see that in the engine when the time comes. But this knight right here is going to comfortably go there. The opponent decides to develop the pawn to e5. Now, one thing's for sure is that I want to take, right? But the issue with that is that if I take right here, the knight can take or the bishop can take, right? And I could take with the pawn, but I'm also going to end up losing a pawn as well. So I want to make sure that we do this correctly. If I take the knight right here, knight can take, pawn takes, queen is in the game. And so very good questions to ask ourselves. What do we want to do in this position? Do we want to castle? Do we don't want to castle? Do we just want to simply take that pawn right there, exchanging this and this and that? Very interesting. But if I don't take that, the pawn's going to develop, so very, very tricky. But if I move here, this is an issue. So I'm going to just kindly move over there, b3. This can be developed 100% without a doubt, attacking this knight with no problem, forcing me to move here or there. One thing's for sure is that I don't want to take this square and block it. So now my opponent decides to take that pawn, which is good on my side because now I can develop my white colored square bishop even further. Okay, pawn takes, right? And so we have two options here. We can either take with three options, the knight, the pawn, or the queen. In my sense, right, what I'm seeing, there is 1, 2, 3 pieces aiming at this, so we want to count correctly how many pieces are defending this square right here. We have 1, 2, and 3. But if we take first bishop, right, and then knight, and then knight, and then queen, and then queen, so the opponent would win in this scenario. So what I want to do here is that I want to try something a little tricky. We're going to go here, ignoring this threat right here, because the opponent can take, sure, but it's going to be forking the queen and the rook right here if my opponent sees that this rook has a clear shot right there, right? Very tasty, very yummy, I will say, but it's not the right move. This is the queen's gambit declined, the Shirogin defense. So my opponent decides to move to knight e5, which is a good move as well, protecting this. And so now what I want to do is that I do believe that my pawn can take this without the repercussions of the bishop taking, right? Or I can offer a queen trade. I'm going to offer a queen trade. Let's do it. Should I offer a queen trade, though? This is the question. Or should I keep pressuring this knight right here, incentivizing it to move? Now, the only thing is that the knight can take here, right? And then things of that nature. No right move here. No right move whatsoever. I could go here, but then the bishop would be gone. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Still ignoring this threat that the pawn is making to our knight. Offering a nice little trade value here. Knight can take that bishop if they want to. Yep, and the opponent does do that, right? And so now we're going to kindly take right here. And so it seems like we have lost our advantage here because the pawn is going to take that knight without any repercussions, right? That does not happen, however. The opponent fails to see that they can take this free knight right here, and we're going to take advantage of that. This queen cannot take this knight because the opponent is protecting that knight. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to develop very kindly right over here. I think we're going to develop our knight. Should be the correct move because this is protected. The square is protected by this pawn. That knight can develop there, so it can only develop right here. So I'm going to go right here. Developing that knight right there. I have 5 minutes. My opponent has 7 minutes and 35 seconds. We got to make sure that we are wary of our time here. Pawn can take here, or it can push forward. This bishop right there. There we go. And so now the question is, do I take with the knight or do I take with the bishop? And so I think, in my opinion, I want to develop my pieces first. But I also want to make sure that the opponent doesn't have anything tricky up the sleeve. So I'm just going to take with the bishop right here. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Well, unfortunately, there was something wrong with it. The thing with that is that now my rook is gone, right? But the thing about this, too, is that I can recapture, right? And so now this bishop right here is still strong. Now this rook is under attack, right? This right here, my friends, is an issue. Now the issue being this, right? This queen can comfortably sit right here and wait for a mate, right? But we have to find a way on how, right? And so what I want to do is I want to develop my bishop right here, but the issue is that knight is right there, comfortably sitting right there. So there's not much that I can do, but I can check. And the queen cannot take because I have that queen silently waiting right there. So I'm just going to do a nice little check. If that queen takes, my queen takes on that square, and that queen would be gone. But let's see if my opponent sees it. The opponent has to move there or there. The only issue is the opponent is finding themselves in a windmill situation, which I will show you in a couple of moments right now. Because now this is forced. A king move is definitely forced. And so now the king moves forward, right? Now, the problem is that now I can move my knight anywhere, but it would be a discovered check, right? And so now I gotta think here quickly and actively, making sure that there's nothing here. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. We have a checkmate. Now, here we go. Check right here, discovered check with the queen right over here on A1. And so the king needs to move back, and I do believe it's going to be checkmate very, very soon. The king cannot go here. The king decides to move back, but there's checkmate right there. The king is suffocated, forced to move back. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game 2 right there. 798. What? We are making our progress right over here. This is amazing. This is phenomenal. I'm feeling good about myself. I hope that you are feeling good about yourself as well. Now, let's keep going. Let's keep grinding on this episode. We don't stop until we lose the game. Let's get to it. And so, developing the same pawn, nothing has changed, but my opponent decides to develop e5, which is the England gambit, right? And so, my usual response to this would be knight to f3. They decide to move to d5, right? But the problem is that now this pawn is free to take. But ojo, right? If I do take that, the opponent can now simply move their pawn here, attacking my knight, right? So is it really a free pawn? Let's find out. Opponent can move here. The opponent can also move there if they're really daring. Oh, they moved their knight. Okay. Daring today, are we? Now, the available squares that the knight can go to is here and here, right? Normally, I would ignore it, but I kind of just want to move my pawn right over here, blocking the access, right? In the middle of the night. Now, this bishop right here is attacking my knight right here, but we can respond back with a bishop right over here, which I'm going to do as so. And so they decide to castle, right? And so what is the correct move here? I feel like I'm in a very stuck position here. There's not much that I can do. So do I move back? Do I move forward? Do I do that? Let's see here. Very, very tricky. I'm going to move my pawn forward. Bishop can take, right? But I could take with the bishop, right? Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. The opponent's playing remarkable. Now my bishop is under attack, right? However, I can move back here simply, right? If the opponent takes with the knight, I can just open my rook. So, and also it's in my favor because now the king castled king side on their side. So I'm just gonna move back, incentivizing them to move forward. And so now knight takes bishop, and so now we have an open file right over there, right? Right, okay, h6, regular move right there, no problem whatsoever. We're just gonna kindly put that bishop right there, our white colored bishop right over there. And so now we have this move, we take, right? And so I am up one pawn, right? So the thing about material is that when you're up material, you got to make sure you stay in that advantage no matter what. Make fair trades. This is just my opinion. Have good position, and make sure that you have good checks in your way. And so now what I'm going to do is that this rook is attacking that vulnerable pawn right there. I'm just gonna make sure that I have that solid foundation right there. Now that knight is coming into the game, right? Not much that I can do. Something needs to be done here, right? So what are we going to do? Do we just ignore it? Let's see. Ooh, this is interesting. I could maybe develop, right? I could develop protecting this, adding some protection right there. But the only issue is this can happen. So let's try it out. Let's see if my opponent decides to still take that. Maybe they're miscounting, maybe they're not, or maybe they do see this queen move right there, or maybe they see this pawn move right there. Who knows? Let's see. Now, only issue with that is that if the pawn goes here, if I decide to take, that rook can take this pawn right over there. My opponent decides to move that knight right over here, right? Attacking my poor little bishop right over there. So what do we do? Definitely wants to fork the king and the king and the rook. Oh. Not good. Not good. But the thing is here, right? Takes pawn. So let's see. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Does the opponent not see that this is not a free pawn? We're going to find out right now. We're going to find out right now. It's not. Okay. Very good, very good. Do we attack it? Let's attack that knight. Get it out the way. Get it out the way. We don't need it. We don't want it. Get it out the way. All right, so now going back home right there. C6, let's see. Let's see. I kind of want to develop here. Let's keep going. This queen is a very vulnerable position, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. This can happen, but I can move back. Ah. Do we ignore it? I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to cut the bluff. Let's see if the pawn takes right there. See if the pawn takes. This is good. This looks good on my position right here. No checks. This king is on a green square. As you can see, there are no checks that the king can be checked on, so we are good to go. The opponent now sees that this is a problem. I'm going to take regardless. Because if... Oh, hello. How are you doing? Good, sir. Now, there's the problem right there. I think we could just move. Let's go here. Let's move back. This can happen, right? But if this mate. 100% without a doubt. I gotta make sure I develop my other pieces too, but I don't find a need for it as of right now. I am playing like a 790 elo, so. I lost a lot of elo this week, so it's good to gain it back. Ah, lovely. That's very good to see. So now I can just... Can I open Sesame this? I think I can. I think I can. Pawn can move up, but nice little check right there, right? Or... nice little pop. Okay, so now that pawn takes, right? And so now we have a nice little combination right here, but let's see what this combination could be. We have 5 minutes on our time, right? So we could check, right? Possible moves could be here or there, right? Let's see what we're able to do. I think this is a move right here, incentivizing this, and then I take right there. I think this is the move. That's gotta be the move, because now the king needs to move forward, right? If the king moves forward there, I can comfortably take that pawn right there. If the king moves here, don't you love it? Don't you love it when it happens? Let's just take comfortably right there. This queen is blocked by the knight. There's no access to my queen whatsoever. So now they move back. And so now what is the next move here? What is the next move right here? We can go back, checking them. But if they go here... Oh. Okay, let's see. If I go here, they gotta go here. But if I go here, they gotta move back there. And so I think I'm going to take this with my queen first. Now, gotta be careful here. Can I go here and they gotta move up, right? I'm gonna go here. So now this rook sees that. Let's not be scared here. Let's go here. Check, still checking, right? Is this mate? It is not mate. It's not mate whatsoever. Let's go here. Checking the king once again. This is happening for sure. Or that. If that's mate. If this happens, 100% mate. Gotta go up. Now, in my opinion, I do believe that the opponent think... I spoke too soon. I spoke deliberately too soon. Let's go here. Looks like a free pawn to take. Think I'm running out of checks. Check. I thought that was mate. I didn't see that. Hello. Uh-oh. I might have messed up here, fellas. Might have messed up. Do we solidify our pawn chain? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This is happening, but this rook is comfortably right there. That queen cannot check me. I could develop my knight, castle queenside. We're just gonna comfortably wait. We're gonna comfortably wait. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We have to. This pawn right here is under attack. Let's see. Oh, part of me wants to move that. Part of me wants to move that. I want to do it. I'm going to protect my pawn. I'm going to protect my pawn. This is happening, right? And so we're just going to comfortably move up here. And so now this is definitely closed off. Green squares cannot be accessed whatsoever. They need to go here and here. But you know, these pawns, oh, what a beautiful pawn chain. Don't you love it? All right, we got to put our knight to work here. We have to put our knight to work. This? Really? It's a nice way. Do we really want to? Do we really want to? I'm going to do it. This is happening. Okay. Okay. Now we see the issue right there. There's a problem right there. Can we solve it? I think we can. Nice little pawn. Nice little king push. Nice little king push. Not too much. Not too savvy, eh? Boop, boop, boop. That knight's gonna come through. That knight's gonna come through. Come on. Let's bring it home, baby. Hello. How are you doing? Now, I do want to move this, right? But only problem with that is that if I do this, they have that. So I'm going to go here. Still going to follow our plan. If this, right? Come on, let's bring it home. Let's bring it home. We got this. We still have time. There we go. Let's see. What can we do here? Let's attack that queen. Let's just attack it. Nice and simple. Nothing too shabby here. Could propose a queen trade. But if they do that, then I have the rook. You don't wanna do that. I think that would be mate. Please excuse me. I'm enjoying this nice little pop we got here. I think it's mate. Queen can go here, right? It's not a possible move. Queen goes here for sure, mate. Queen goes here. Here. That's mate too. What else? Love how this king is right there defending. I'm so glad I made that decision to defend with my pawn right there. Perfect play, in my opinion. It's a beautiful pawn chain too. Opponent's taking the third time. Opponent's taking their time. I'm comfortably chilling right here. I'll wait for you. I will wait. 'Cause I will wait for you. I can't sing. I don't know why I'm singing. So, you do this often, or, let's see what else we can develop here. We can go here. Let's see. I mean, this is a very nice pawn chain that I got going on. This knight is pretty much dead. Anywhere it goes, right? You can go here, right? But it's, you can go there, but no use because, this and this, right? Or that right there. Oh. Excuse me for a moment. How's it going?
Coastal Community Arts Center?
Yes. How's it going? Yeah.
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Thank you.
No problem. Are you here to see someone?
No, I thought they were having the pay.
Oh, that's at the other one.
Oh, where?
That's at Pilsen Arts Community House, but at the other location. That's gonna be in front of Nueva Lawn.
Okay.
Yeah,
so 18th?
18th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And what are you guys up to here?
Right now I'm streaming. I'm also doing chess content right now as we speak.
Do what?
Chess content.
Oh, okay.
So I live stream chess and I also teach chess as well. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. What's your name?
William.
William?
William.
Seneca.
Pleasure.
Yeah, that's my granddad's name.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I didn't meet him, but you'll do.
Okay, for sure.
What's it called? The chess? I see it tracks like.
Yeah. The Chicago Chess Club.
Chicago Chess Club?
Yeah.
All right. I just asked somebody if they wanted to do it. I'm going to game night in Inglewood tomorrow, but
Okay.
I think I might try to tap in.
Okay, for sure.
Alright,
Thank you. Oh, righty. We do apologize for that. Now, the opponent is not moving, or has not moved, even in that conversation right over there. So I think this is a comfortable, nice little dub that we have in this position right here. Really excited. Really thankful, too. Wow. Lovely. Wow. I'm so glad. Right? I'm so glad. But we can take this as a win, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, students, teachers, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. We're still gonna keep going. We're gonna stop until I lose. So we're gonna stop until I lose. It seems that we have won on time. Wow, we are now 8:05 ELO. GG's to you, good sir. Yeah, you've been a good sport. Let's keep going. This episode has been nothing but well, so we're gonna keep going here. Now we're playing with the black pieces. E4. My response has always been the Karokan defense. Always has been. And so until I learn other openings with the black pieces, that has always been. Knights F3, D5 is my response. Usually the pawn takes, and then the pawn takes right there, right? But then my opponent decides not to do that. So I do believe. Wait, did I play with the black pieces before? I'm pretty sure in this episode I have. Have I? I think so. I don't know. Okay, so now same thing, right? Push that pawn forward. I do believe that this pawn can push forward, developing that bishop right over there as so. And so what we're going to do, even though that this is the black pieces, I still want to push that. No problema whatsoever. I don't want that bishop being comfortable in that square whatsoever. Right here, with the ideas of going here and here, right? So now I'm going to develop my pawn, push it a little further. The only problem with that is that that bishop right over there can come in, right? And so I didn't see it, totally about it, but that bishop cannot go through, right? This knight right here cannot go here and here because of this pawn right over here. If the knight decides to go here, I can take, also threatening that knight as well. There we go. Speak of the devil. Boom, right there. And so what I want to do right here is I want to develop my knight instead, right? I want to develop my knight instead. I don't want to lose my bishop. I love my bishop. I think that having a bishop pair in the game is better. So I'm just going to do just that. But, we do have double pawn chains coming soon. Now the knight moves back. Here's something that I like for everyone to see. I'm going to trap that bishop. You're going to take my knight regardless. You're going to take it. Please. Right? Because if that bishop takes right there, bishop for a pawn, pawn takes bishop, you would lose your bishop for a pawn. So, but this can happen as well, right? Still time to save your bishop. But you're going to lose it if you go there. Because I can go right here. And so now we have bishop. The bishop is still there, but 8 has been pushed. And so now we're going to comfortably just go right there. Still telling the opponent, hey, this knight, you're able to take it. And they do. And so now we take. right? And so now this is a nice little open file for my rook to be comfortably in this position on b8. And so we're going to push that rook right there in a very timely manner. We don't want to rush because we want to look at the other possibilities that we have there. Obviously, this is not a move because of the pawn. And so now they're developing a chain right there, responding to my chain as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop my knights on e7, making sure that I have the possibilities of here and here, right? Right there, there's a response right there. Do I want to open my pawn chain? Now, yes, but no, right? Because, yeah, I can definitely offer a trade, right? Knight takes, right? But then I would have double pawns right there, and that wouldn't be good for my position. So we're going to hold off on that. We're going to look for any other possible positions here. And so I think that it is time to move my bishop here, and then we're going to develop the rook here shortly after. We're going to wait for our opponent. I think I did have this idea here too. I think I still have it though. I think I still have it. Let's just make sure that there is no funny business going on right here. I think I have this, but then knight can go here, right? Yeah. Let's see. Very tricky stuff right here. I don't want that knight to, I'm sorry, I don't want this knight here or there. So I'm just going to push my pawn forward right there because this knight can go right there very comfortably right here. This pawn right here is being guarded by the rook and the bishop. So the bishop cannot take. Okay. So what do we do? What do we have? Let's see. I think we still have the possibilities of winning this game right here. It doesn't seem like there's no funny business going on right now. Knight goes to h4, attacking that. And so now, this is scary for me. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. Let's see. Do I want to go here? I feel like I've seen this. That knight's going to go right here, isn't it? I think I need to castle queenside. Whew. Very, very spicy. Very, very spicy. I'm going to go here. See if that knight wants to come in. Join the party. Could this happen? Is that a possibility? I don't want it to be, but it looks like it. It looks like it, I'll tell you that. Pawn moves forward. Okay. Maybe it's time. So knight here. I don't know. I do not know. En passant, though. I'm going to go here. Let's try it out. Knight takes, pawn takes, right? Knight takes, pawn takes, because if I take with this pawn, this knight can go over here. We still got it. Okay, now we carefully take, because let's just do the math here. If I take this, right, this knight can go inside here. So I have to take with this pawn right here. Have to take with that pawn right there. This pawn can push forward, but then I can realign my pawn structure right there if it were to push forward, right? This rook can come in, 100%. There is no problem with that. Or the queen, right? Queen, rook. Rook decides to go there first. Okay, and so I think now is the time. We castle queenside. Nice little battery ram right there. This bishop has yet to be developed. I think their bishop has yet to be developed as well. We're going to find a way where we can sneak in this bishop. It seems like the way for the bishop to go in this game is here and here, right? And if so, we can definitely sneak in right there, attacking this knight right here, making sure that we have a weak pawn structure right here, and then that this file is open. Let's see. En passant is, could be, right? But in this case, I want to keep my pawn structure, so we're not going to go for it. So I'm just going to develop my bishop here, still with the threat of the knight right there. Still with that threat. Pawn moves forward to a4. Okay, so now, you never want to make the same move twice, but in this case, I think I have to. Because this, oh, it's coming. It's coming, I'll tell you that. It's coming. They're going to find a way to break that pawn chain, but we're going to go here. Let's break theirs. Let's break this nice little structure that they have going on right here, but the rook can go in. I'm scared because now, look at that barrier that my king is in. This can happen. Ooh. I don't want to take. Let's just push forward. They have to take this now, right? I want to make sure that that rook is blocked. Rook can go here though. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. Let's move this back. I think we need to move this back. Pawn, queen. Want to make sure that there's still some kind of shield for my king. Queen can't go there because of the pawn. Oof, looks like I castled incorrectly. Okay. This rook is going to double up for sure. Let's go here first. Let it double up. Okay, okay, okay. No problem, no problem. Here, is this the move? It's not. It's not the move. I think it is. I think this is the move right here. I think that's the move right there. That's definitely the move. It has to be. I feel it. Because now the check. If pawn takes, there's a check with the bishop. It's got to be. Now this pawn is alone. It had its time, but the time has come to an end. Do 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 do. Oh, the chess.com logo. No, it wasn't even showed. Ah, sorry. Aha. Lovely, lovely do. Lovely, lovely do. Then this. This. Yep. Think we're good here. Oof! Look at this! Look at the pressure that this opponent is doing. Very risky business, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. Got it. It's got it. Let's see here. Let's see. This could be the end here, folks. We're not going to give up yet. We have time. We can flag them down. It's a possibility. I think this is the move. Then I can just comfortably move back here. Who knows? We're gonna find out right now. We're gonna find out right now. Very risky move though. My king is in danger for sure. I think this is the move. Ooh! Queen is gonna come through. Ah! Queen is gonna come through. Folks, there's nothing that I can do. I'm helpless. I'm helpless right now. This rook is trapped. Can't take because it's the king. Ah! Okay, here we go. Let's start the extraction process right here. Let's move here. We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. Can this happen? Ah, that would be disgusting. I still got time. We gotta flag him. I think we have to flag him in order to win this game. One thing for me is that when I'm live streaming, I don't resign unless I really need to have to. Really need to have to. That's crazy. I can't take it. It's too risky. This rook is comfortable right there. Very comfortable. And that's a problem. It's an issue. It's an issue, it's an issue, it's an issue. Let's go here. Let's try something new here. This knight is gonna come in guns blazing. Ah. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm gonna have to sacrifice the rook soon. I'm gonna have to sacrifice the rook soon. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared right now. Can this be it? Is this how we lose to our first episode? This king is so trapped, so vulnerable. Oh, the pawn pushes forward. Oh no. Oh no. My queen is trapped. I gotta go here. I gotta go here. Gotta go back. I gotta go back. That's the only move, right, for my queen? Here? Ah. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This bishop right here is the only thing saving my life right now. I'm gonna have to sacrifice my rook very soon because here. There's no way I'm gonna move this king from the square because look at this. Maybe I could take. Maybe I could take. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I gotta flag him down. I gotta flag him down. I gotta flag him down. Hello. Wait a minute. be it. This could be it. This could be it. We're under a minute. Check. Thank God I pre-moved it. Okay. Let's go here. Give me 49 seconds. Got you. He's on. Come on. Let's go here. Oh God. No. It's me. Folks. Well, that was it for the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this. This is how we ended right there. We're gonna go back to our evaluation on the second episode, but stay tuned. Episode 1 was really good. We hope to see you guys soon. Peace.